Hello, so today I wanted to do a review of patch 11.3 now that it's all finished. So we'll start at the top lane. So Riven's buff, just made her jump straight to the top. So the highest meta score, top laner. Darius, Camille still staying right up there. But yeah, they're the only three champs with meta scores above 30. So top lane seemingly not that influential, not that many strong picks or counter picks. So I guess actually we can just review what meta we're in. So the jungle nerfs haven't actually come through yet, but yeah, we can actually see here. So top and bot have joint least number of champions with high meta scores, and the average of the meta scores for top is also the lowest. So yeah, not really a top meta right now. Now let's look at the jungle. So Karthus, 0 counter picks, 41 favourable matchups, pretty impressive. I think Dardoch played him in the LCS, but apart from that hasn't been played too much, I don't think. Talia, Skarner, Udyr, all looking pretty strong. Ivan and Rek'Sai also with meta scores above 30. So yeah, pretty strong. Nidalee's getting played a decent amount, but yeah, meta score's not that impressive. Who else is getting played in pro? Hecarim does have a decent number of counters. Might be worth looking at what the counters to Hecarim are. We'll just look at all lanes. Wow, Kaiser really can outplay Hecarim. Karthus, that's interesting. Galio, Thresh, Rel. So some hard engage, it seems. Interesting. In terms of supports, that is. Okay, so that's the jungle. Let's look at mid. So yeah, Galio still dominating really hard. 0 counter picks, 36 favourable, 90 plus meta score. Katarina was also very strong on 11.2, and she's still way up there. Kassadin was also way up there. But yeah, these are the only 3 champions with meta scores above 30. Diana, interestingly, is really high on the new patch, so it'll be interesting to see if she can hold her spot there. Anivia's also fairly high up, but doesn't get played in pro. Aurelian doesn't get played in pro. Kiana's always been high up, interestingly, like over many patches, so she might be a bit underrated right now. And then yeah, just similar to before, mid is the 3rd least impactful role apparently, so not too many champs there. Now let's look at bot. So yeah, Kaiser will be at the top. Wow, 200 meta score, I mean that's just insane. So she is getting nerfed on the next patch. 0 counter picks, 62 favourable matchups, pretty insane. Tristana also doing very well. And she is getting played by pro players. I know Nemesis is playing her a lot in solo queue. And did she get played by Perks? I think she got played by Perks this weekend. And Ashe is also has a pretty good meta score. And Varus, I think, is getting buffed on the next patch. Yeah, I actually played one of his favourable matchups is versus Senna. I actually used this tool for myself when I was going against Senna in Champion Select, and I felt like that champion was really OP and didn't have a counter, so I actually used this tool to find a counter. And yeah, I saw Varus was near the top. I think Kaiser was banned, or I didn't fancy playing Kaiser. Anyway, I gave Varus a go, and oh wait, this is not what I meant to click on. Show counters. Yeah, so Senna's win rate versus Varus is only 41%. So although it's not the best option in terms of sample size, etc., I thought this was persuasive enough for me to try. At least that he appears, And yeah, the lane was just unlosable, so something to consider, especially given that he's getting buffs. Now let's look at support. So Thresh, massive meta score. Rel, massive meta score. Seraphine, Bard. Yeah, hardly any counter picks. Statistically significant counter picks, that is. So yeah, some hard engage. Seraphine's ulti is pretty hard engage, I would say, although she is an enchanter. But yeah, these are probably the top 4 supports you want to play. Cool. So that's probably the 11.3 patch summary. Yeah, when we get a bit more data for 11.4, I will do a mid 11.4 patch. But let's have a preview. So there's 2 champions who have crossed the threshold so far of 30, Udyr and Galio. And yeah, Diana yesterday was quite high up, but she was number 1 yesterday. But yeah, the sample size is quite small, so quite delicate. So yeah, I'll update that in a few days. All right, thank you.